Setting up. Says now live streaming. Redirecting. All right. We're live, Mitch. And I'll send out the invites to everyone. Invite. Copy invite link. Put it in WhatsApp. Paste. What's up, John? I just put the link in WhatsApp. Me and Mitch were sitting here talking about the travesties of speed and rules. What's up, Dwayne? Dennis?
Hey,
I
what's
guess
up,
I need to
everybody?
put that in an email to Dennis. Participants invite. Dennis isn't in the WhatsApp.
No.
Tank is, though. Invite sent, Dennis. Oh. Speed ones are fun. And you can make it to Maya do 93 mile an hour.
I go into your live on my phone and then it sends me the notification that we're live after I was already watching.
PM it to you, Dennis. What? Oh, very needy. Very needy. All right. The book of faces. Oh, there he is. PM it to me. Hey, I PM'd it to you. I was in the process.
I see how it is.
Well, everybody wants their own special way of being invited.
No, I was just sitting in here charging batteries for tomorrow.
I just plugged ours in.
Yeah, I'm getting 3S ready for the one just in case Icon's truck for some reason something happens, and then gonna make
They
sure
both were bent, Mitch.
one is ready. What's up, Jersey?
What's up, buddy? Yeah, I definitely think it's that's why it's happening.
Can you see this
What's
one?
going on?
Oh shit, that's got a little twist.
And then
And
this
it's
one.
not a martini.
There's one end. Hey, the pins look straight.
Well,
Here's the other
pretty
end.
better than the other one. Wow. Is that just
Hard
from the
on
speed
stuff.
or is that from a hit?
I don't know.
Uh,
Mitch thinks braking, possibly. At this point, it's a Tamiya. Anything could bend it. So I'm excited that I ordered 2 sets of axles, even though I thought I only ordered 1. So now I can fix Jericho's car.
nice. Hey, just for the record, that WT4 come out nice. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the color he picked, but you did a good job on that build. So
Dude, the inventiveness and sorting and washing 30. Oh, wow. Dang, Dwayne.
yeah, you're gonna be up
It's
for
got
a
to
while.
be a Well, that gets in your head, I'm sure, too. 34 years of life getting ready to be
No,
retired full time.
I was gonna just say it. Now, is that hanging it up, or is that like a couple more years left for it?
Well, with Dwayne, who knows? He's so OCD, he could wash that stuff every 2 years and say he's getting
Vac-
ready.
Vacuum bags, I bet.
An explosion of green. I could just imagine. And so the other day, well, the other week, so Dirk, Call RC had that post for a giveaway for the detail brushes.
Yeah,
And Kurt tagged me in it, and I don't know if when I tagged you in it, if it worked or not,
I thought I tagged other people. I can't remember.
but
Did you win
all I
that
did
now?
was, yeah, all I did was got a notification. You know, I was just like a day later, I'm like, oh shit, me and Kurt won. So I get a hold of the guy, Heath. He's like, yeah, I'm just waiting for the other guy to respond. I'm like, you know, let me send him a message right now. So I told Kurt, I said, hey, I said, we won that giveaway. I said, they want you to respond like ASAP. Because if we didn't respond by 8 o'clock, it was going to go to somebody else. What's up,
You two
Brian?
are you two are robbing KRC blind. Last day in uniform in the ninth. Oh, you're still going to be a civilian advisor?
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Cool stuff, man.
But no, the only thing I got was the ultrasonic cleaner, and Kurt is cleaning house. He's getting the pit mats and all kinds of shit going on.
What's up, North Ross?
But oh, and let me turn this off because I think this is going to be a thing as long as it's okayed. And I told him to okay it before he does anything else.
Uh-oh. Is that a Tony?
Yes, sir. He got two made just like as a sample. And I took this one. He's like, I got something for you. He's like, take whichever one. So I took this one. The other one's going to hobby. I said, just make sure it's okay. I said, because he might want to go with the black. I said, it all depends. And if he does go with it, you got to figure out what you're going to do with it. If you're
Yep.
going to, if they're going to be part of like a giveaway or if they're going to just all go to him or what. So that's kind of in the works right now. I'm still waiting for two more of those trauma kits to show up. Hobby's got to send me the address for Cali so I can ship 6 of them out. Ugh. And I only got 2 weeks. They're all in a box. I just need an address.
In the bag.
Yeah, because we'll be at the Gauntlet while they're at Proline by the Fire.
Yep. I figure I'll ship all 6 of these to them, and hopefully before we get to the gauntlet, that the other 2 show up so I can give one to Joe, one to Jake. And then I'll be able to get a couple more, and I'll give you one, and that should cover it for right now.
Are you bringing your banner or do I need to bring a banner for Gauntlet.
I'm gonna bring them both. I'm gonna bring
Okay.
this one and the OG one.
All
Uh,
right.
I might put my Trail Crawlers banner up too, but I don't know. That's a 3x10.
Right.
So I might just do
I know,
the.
Brian. This was kind of impromptu though. Me and Mitch were talking and just was like, no one wants to see a Truck Tech Joe banner.
What's up, Joe?
I emailed you the link if you want in, Joe. I guess I can invite you the other way since everybody has a different way.
Yeah, just because we're not in the cool kids group doesn't mean nothing.
That was your option.
Well, that option was for reason.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
Oh,
Mhm.
And it wasn't a ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, because that's what goes on in Instagram already.
Yeah, it does. Between Tony,
What's up, Tony?
Big Red Bitch, JD, and Dana, my phone is constantly ding, 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 ding. And I just got like three more from Big Red Bitch. Oh, and Eric, which Eric, they found a house today.
Cool.
Did they?
Yep.
sweet. Good deal.
So that's
He's
good.
still on the WhatsApp, so he should see this.
Yep, that's good that they found a place. What's up, Tony? Hey, Tony, thanks for tagging me in your video too. Fucking bullshit. Everybody else but me in there. Oh, yeah, I see how it goes.
I tagged you in, Dennis.
Yeah, I know. I gotta mess with Redneck. Now he'll probably go back and edit.
They're both old and crotchety.
Saying that there goes that video. We're gonna have to recomment and rewatch it.
Tony, I still do not have your email. I don't know where Kurt's at to invite you.
What's up, James? You know, and I just deleted all my email because I know it's in tanks.
Let me see if I can find it.
Convenient.
Mitch, you get out today and make a couple passes?
No.
Technically, I went a lot faster than Mitch today because Mitch
Did?
didn't make any speed.
We'll call it top zero.
Top zero, buddy. My wife woke me up by calling me, and I woke up in a panic thinking that it was a work day, and it was not. She likes to just, I never sleep, so when I do, she just likes to disappear with all the kids, and all of a sudden, quiet. Mitchell's asleep for hours. Well, then she calls me and freaks me out because I think I'm late to work or something like that, and I'm like, "What's going on?" And then we had a party for her mom today, her birthday, and it started torrential downpouring. So, yep, I didn't do crap. Cleaned
So
up the yard a little bit. About it.
I think we had about 2 seconds of a drizzle here today. That was it.
We had 2 seconds of flood tsunami rings. So, yeah, for
Wow.
about a half hour, nothing but downpour. That was it.
Wayne's in a heat wave and we're in a cold front.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, it was crazy. So earlier in the day, I was fixing the wiring harness on my wife's van door, and it was like, you know, 74, 75, and then it rained, dude, and it got chilly as all get out. After it rained.
John, how'd your parking lot racing go?
Wasn't too bad. We had it was just us from the shop, which we expected because we announced it like Wednesday evening because the cars just were released.
Redneck's email.
Yeah. I'm
No,
oh,
I just sent it to Josh.
oh, okay. I was looking for it, so I think I
Tony, I
found it.
sent it.
Was it that I whatever the heck it was email
Yeah.
address?
I'm a redneck, don't know how to tag people.com.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah.
I think it's handlebar mustaches and bikes. I ride both at Gmail.
Something like that. Yeah, it says name, age, year of birth.
Oh, like I said, I just started looking at it and going, no, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. I didn't even think of just reading it.
Brian, you enjoyed Dwayne's shop video. It didn't inspire you to go clean everything thoroughly, as organized and stuff as he had it. Kind of hated Dwayne's video. Made my desk look horrible.
Right?
I feel so
Started.
insignificant.
Yeah, I seen Dwayne's video. I was like, Jesus Christ, my room is a pigsty.
Yeah. I think Dwayne just doesn't drive his stuff hard enough. That's why he likes TF2s and elements so much. He doesn't drive them hard enough to break them.
Dwayne's gonna show up in camouflage in the front yard one day.
Probably. I was just seeing if he's paying attention. Did
Hater.
you call me a hatter? Because two T's is hatter. Like, would you like a fedora or a bolo, or what would you prefer, sir?
Head north on 5 Mile Road, Hubbard Street, then turn right.
No, I don't
No.
want.
No.
Even while John's sitting still, his Siri hates him and tells him where to go.
Yeah. Hmm.
What's up, Eric? It's in the WhatsApp if you want to join in,
What's up, Eric?
or you're packing.
He's probably breaking down the printers.
So those wires, Dennis. I was able to get the lights all to stay on without sending signal back into the receiver. I
Okay.
pulled the battery out of the turn, but it still reads nothing on that light controller.
Really?
There's something bad. It just turns everything on.
Huh.
I can't wait to see the video with the new TF2, Dwayne.
Yeah,
So
I can't wait to see that.
I still wired everything up. I took the 2-speed out because there's a difference, but that fusion is powerful enough. There's a couple times when I was driving it earlier today that I was like, first gear would be nice.
Right.
But that servo is a 6-volt servo.
Yeah.
The bed is so slow at a set 6 volts that I'm like 7.4, nothing's getting hot. It all works well. Just bypass that servo. It's sitting here on the desk. I'll throw it in the box and send it with it. Like, if you want to put it in, it's 4 screws and you got to plug it in. But what I had to do is I had to take all the wires. Well, first you run an extension wire from the XT60 off the 2300 into the battery tray, right?
Right.
That extension's so big where you would hide the wires between the frame and the motor, the little gap, it took it up.
Yeah.
So I cut that, desoldered it, soldered everything back together, made it to where it all pulled through into the frame. That was step one. I took every wire and rolled it down between the frame and the transmission.
Hmm.
And then I had to go up and lay them flat against the transmission bell housing so the cab would sit down over it. There's no room.
Right.
Then the JST and the extension connections went up into the area that's hollowed out in the cab for that 2-speed servo. So now they're out of the way.
That's
All the
same
light
way.
controller lights come underneath the frame up into the toolbox, and they're all in the side toolbox on the truck.
Yeah, that's kind of the same way I had to do that HC6 for Javier. I had to run all the wires up against the transmission and zip tie it so the cab would sit flat on there.
Oh,
I mean, there's like real tight tolerances underneath those bodies.
yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, put a wire tunnel in it.
They
No
could
one
have
cares that the
something.
transmission tunnel only has 2 millimeters of clearance. Make it 5.
They,
Hell, make it 3, just give you something.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous.
well, like on the HC6, the
What's up,
passenger seat
Roadkill?
actually sits over the 2-speed servo.
Mm-hmm.
And before all the low pro servos were a thing, there's a spot on the seat that you have to cut out for the servo to pop through. Well, the wires just go right next to it. The seat sits over it, but the wires on the back of the servo just touch the seat back. So you got to trim that out a little at a time until you get it close. And then the same thing, all the motor wires, the battery extension, all that, it's all got to be tucked up into the C channel of the frame, and they're paying. This
Chunky,
XT4.
you just can't make a new box under it because the floor is all one piece to the firewall, which holds the cab together, which holds the dash, which then holds the doors. It's all
Yeah,
puzzle
everything.
pieces smashed together.
Yep. Same way with this XT4. All the electronics sit underneath the passenger side, and you have to pull all the wires down and kind of squeeze and push to get everything in there.
Well, that's if you don't add a sound kit.
Not happening.
This one has a sound kit.
Right.
And just the wires, the extensions where they sit against the sound kit,
Mm-hmm.
smash against the trans tunnel.
Yeah.
That's how little room. Chunky, I already cursed you. You have been cursed. You know this, and you didn't reply to the text. You have been cursed. You know what it's about. I agree, JD.
Yeah. But there's no Lexan body that will fit on that truck. Unless you modify the shit out of it. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah. I'll build TF2s all day.
Mhm.
Like I thought that dash on the TF2 interior kit was tedious because I spent like 20 minutes on it. I spent 20 minutes sanding the door to get it to fit so it would open and shut.
Yeah, not 20 hours putting shit together.
Yeah, like
Well, like
the amount of
20
time I
days.
have in that truck and waiting
I
on
mean-
parts and then stuff not working and then Cross not replying to the last email. Then their whole website was just gone for a week. What's up, Osborne?
Osborne, what's going
I
on?
meant,
And if I didn't say hi, Queenie, hi, Queenie. Sorry if I didn't say hi. I was in my rant about this amazing piece of machinery from Cross.
Well, when I built that XT4 for Sean's build off, I had to thrash on that to get it done by the deadline. Now, if I would have
would-
had it a month prior, I could have taken my time on that thing.
Is that
Hey,
why you didn't
Josh.
put an exhaust on it?
Yep.
What, Mitch?
But you said I can send mine to you next week, right?
If it's a WT4,
Yeah.
I would send it right back.
hey, Dennis,
Hey, Tony.
after that rant, I think I may leave you out of next week's short too.
The thing is, Dennis will just forget what we've talked about now and be like,
And
how
be
come you
mad
didn't tag
again.
me in that?
Yeah, he'll be mad again.
You ever see that movie, The First 50 Dates with Adam Sandler?
Yeah,
10-minute Bob or 10-second Bob?
yeah.
Or-
Tom, 10-second Tom.
I run out of pictures before I got to all the names on my list. I've been making a list for days. I didn't get Mitch either.
All good, buddy.
Or Joe.
What I do?
Oh, I
Nothing.
made a,
You're not significant enough.
I done a shout out short.
It's like story of my life right there.
I done a shout out for a bunch of channels that I actually watch. And Dennis let me know that I forgot him. But I didn't forget him. I just run out of space.
Oh, you just don't want this. I understand. It's all right.
I'll do something special for trail crawlers RC.
That's what Dennis's wife says about Dennis.
He's special.
Yeah.
She'll just have to do something special later.
Oh. Hey, that batch of cookies is done.
But I'm going to the river tomorrow to do some crawling. I'm gonna shoot a bunch of steels to make another video just like that.
Those
So
those hillbillies get mad if you take pictures of their stills.
Yeah, don't shoot them.
Yeah.
You
Or
really
you can go to the buddy comp in Athens.
right?
my buddy's got a steel in his garage. They don't hide them in the woods anymore.
You know that's just a bucket with a hose and a funnel.
Now he's actually got a real copper steel in his garage.
It's just a copper bucket.
I don't think it can be copper and steel at the same time. It's one or the other.
I think it's
Good
both.
save. Good save. Good save.
Are you right, Dennis?
I think you heat it in copper and run it off in steel. I think.
Is that what it is?
Or it starts in steel and heats in copper and runs off in glass.
Could be.
The whole thing should be copper.
As little as I drink, I can afford to buy a fifth a year.
You didn't even buy the last one. It was me.
I know.
That's
I still
Pays
have
me
my
a-
fifth
He-
from 2
He's
years
still
ago.
he's still got 2 weeks or three. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm planning on running a few more trails with the gauntlets this year, so I'm not getting the handle. I'm getting the smaller bottle.
I've got a 10-year-old bottle of Evan Williams in the refrigerator
God,
up in the
I was
house.
glad you finished that.
Mhm.
When I drank, I was a Jim Beam drinker. My wife thought Evan Williams tasted like Jim Beam, so that's what she bought. It's 10 years old, sealed, because it's not Jim Beam.
You're an imposter.
I prefer the Captain,
Captain Morgan.
but it will be a year. I had one drink in this whole year, literally a glass, since the gauntlet last year.
Yeah,
But I
that
drank enough
glass,
of the gauntlet.
that glass at the gauntlet didn't go down much because somebody kept like,
That was a water bottle. It was a metal water bottle. The one
You
of the
both
metal
you
case
both
water bottles.
you both had what, 32 ounces?
No,
Or,
no.
I
okay,
time
24,
traveled.
maybe 24, maybe 24s.
You could tell me I drank it straight and then chugged Coke afterwards to mix it. And I'd be
We-
like, probably.
We only had there's only 3 drinks. Problem is the first one was spot on, the second one was a little bit more, and then the third one was like, oh,
You ran out of Coke.
No gauntlet for you, Osborne.
the Coke was just a splash for color.
Yeah.
seasoning.
Is that our Saturday or Friday night plan?
Probably Friday night, being as there's not a whole.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I don't
figured-
know. We'll play it by ear. We'll see how the
Yeah.
community goes. How about that?
Depends on what Dennis cooks for dinner.
This is true too. Some foods you just don't drink with.
Well,
Can we call you Grandpa Cookie this year? Grandpa Cookie, what we having?
well, take your pick. It's either going to be walking tacos or hot dogs. Which one do you want to drink with?
I think Friday night would be a hot dog night. Since we're still setting up all day that day, and instead of having to worry about prepping all that stuff.
Works for me.
Keep it simple.
We need to get in the group chat and get a list of,
Who's bringing what and what's bringing who?
yeah.
Speaking of the gauntlet, have you heard from Robert or Javi about Jake's setup yet or no?
I have not.
When you
Robert
mean
wasn't
Jake.
on Canada Jake. Trail Critter. He'll be down.
Oh,
Yeah, because he's supposed to be getting his setup. Instead of them
yeah.
shipping it all the way there, he was just going to ship it to either me or Josh, and we were going to bring it there with us.
Well, I mean, last we talked with Javi, they wasn't sure about having a strong presence to that event, being it's a little bit more on the adult side.
Well, it was just to get Jake his setup.
Yeah, just to give him his setup. That was all.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Not
we're-
to set up to transport.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. I
Gotcha.
mean, we're going to just set up, throw banners up. I got flyers that you gave me from Magic.
The trail. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I was talking about. I have a banner as well, and it's not my personal banner. It's an Operation 11 Charlie banner.
I
Thank
got
you.
that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I have one out in the hobby shop that is for that.
got room on my wall for one.
It took us a while to get ours.
But at least we got the newer ones.
You know, I did join up, so maybe I'll make it to the bottom of the list.
The very bottom, probably, since you didn't shout out Dennis.
Well, seeing how I accepted you tonight, I might have to just suspend your account.
Wow.
Damn. Get it out of your system now so you'll have a better day tomorrow.
Oh,
Next week you'll be
I'm-
first, Dennis. I'll put you on a picture by yourself.
you should.
You'll
And
still
I
be,
have the picture for you. It's Grandpa Gus's mouse repellent.
you'll still be suspended.
Have you seen the picture that Dennis modeled for, Tony?
No, I
I
haven't.
feel like it's been long enough.
It has been a
Like, we
while.
have to bring this.
This picture back out again.
Yeah.
It needs to be dusted off.
Oh, 100%.
And we can all thank Jericho for this.
It was 100% Jericho. That's
Yep.
the funniest part about it.
Of all people, a 15-year-old thought this.
Come on. I won't go full size.
Well,
Well, don't worry. I'll find one.
Make it a good one because I'll use it.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's right. He can email you the actual copy.
Josh, can't you just set it as your background?
I could. I was being lazy and looking on Google instead of the picture I have saved to bring up at any time.
What's up, Curtis D?
Welcome in.
Ooh, they changed their new package. I gotta find the old package picture.
See how they are with me?
Here we go. This is the Dennis picture. It looks like Dennis sitting on a stump,
Holding
mouse repellent.
right.
And
Well, I screenshotted it and I'll
Poke
crop it.
Gustavus.
I'll crop it and blow it up.
I have a better picture I can send you later, Tony.
All right.
Why'd
What's
you
up,
have
Kurt?
Dennis on there?
I was just showing his modeling career.
What's up, Dennis?
What's up, Curtis D?
welcome in, Kurt.
Hey, Kurt.
Did you get
How's
dinner
it going,
done, Kurt?
guys? No, not yet. I was watching a movie that that vampire princess or what is ballerina or something?
No
I
clue.
don't know. I
What?
don't know. Some vampire ballerina that got kidnapped and then she ate everybody.
Oh yeah, I know what one you're talking about. I did want to see that.
Yeah.
Is it on
that's-
Netflix now?
No, it was on Peacock, I think.
Peacock?
Yeah. Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't bad.
Kurt, did you get your tracking today?
I got my tracking yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Is
But-
it
Yeah.
smaller stickers to actually fit his truck?
Yeah, all right. Not 1-to-1 size.
No, from car RC.
Yeah, I got it yesterday. I think it was.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Okay.
It's Osborne,
Tucky, are you going
Christie.
tomorrow?
Man, I actually did I didn't do a comp, but I got timed and all that today. It was kind of fun.
With the 18th? Or with
No,
your big
the
truck?
1/10. I took my Enduro out there, my element.
Sweet.
Welcoming Green Frog.
Abigail. Was that the name of it, Kurt? Abigail?
Yes, that's it.
What's up, Kagan?
Keegan knows.
Yeah, Green Frog, what's up?
Yeah, Kurt, I done a shout out video and I didn't include Dennis this round, but
Oh,
I included you and he's upset about it.
Just busting his balls.
that's all right. You can have the winner there. He knows. You know who the winner is. That's why.
Just keep tagging me, Kurt.
That's funny. I can't believe we won again. I ain't never gonna have to buy nothing from them.
That's what, 4 in a row for you now.
Yeah, I think I won like 5 times from them.
Coming from the guy that says, I never win anything. I don't win that much.
Well, there's only like what 15 people or 20 people, on their lives. So
And there wasn't many that
Head
commented.
north on
there.
5 Mile Road, Hubbard Street, then turn right.
Uh-oh.
You
Better get
still
on
Damn.
5 Mile Road, John.
going?
somebody's
How
lost.
could you be that lost?
No.
You're in the basement.
Yeah, I just don't know what the fuck my phone's doing. I've shut it off 3 or 4 times already today. It just automatically is opening up and
Did you hit it
giving me
with one of your
directions
Losi
to where I'm
NASCARs?
supposed to be going.
Sounds like your phone's higher than you are.
Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Kurt, did you get yours?
What?
Your Losi?
Nope.
You still haven't got it yet?
Nope. I know everybody else is getting. I'm about ready just to say, fuck it, cancel it. Getting to be that point.
John could have sent one from his shop to you by now.
I know. Where that's the bad thing about having a little hobby shop. They seem to not get them as soon as like
We're
The
not,
bigger-
believe me, your hobby shop's a lot bigger than we are.
oh, I doubt that. Might be known bigger, but it's not a very big hobby shop.
I got JJ Customs parts right here.
Your hobby shop doesn't even know who JJ Customs is.
That's why I said he's known. He's actually very known,
No,
but
no.
the shop itself is small.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Oh,
If it's outside of Michigan, they have no clue. Or they don't even know it exists in Michigan.
My local hobby shop will never have it. It doesn't say Traxxas on it. They don't have it.
Well, that's our thing. It's Traxxas shop, but they've just started carrying Hobby Wing stuff, but they have next to
you
nothing for
fucking
parts
shit.
for
Get
them.
the fuck out of there.
Thanks, GD.
Oh, the nightly cat attack.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
my feet, man.
That's funny.
My
I'm
local
sorry. That's funny.
It gets him every night.
Oh, that's hilarious.
At least
Unless he's in the
once or
garage.
twice. At least once or twice.
Yeah, that one hurt too.
my local hobby shop posted a picture on Facebook today. They finally sold a Horizon Hobby airplane that's been on the shelf for 4 years. It was the only non-Traxxas item in the entire store.
You must have put a hell of a discount on it to get rid of it.
They must have.
Either that or the person that bought it was lost.
Yeah, no shit.
What size batteries do you guys run on your
Big ones.
crawling?
Uh,
not what
I
she
run the
said.
Z. I run the Z 1500 3S.
Trailing or
Joe,
comping?
Comping.
Joe has
run-
the 850 race day quad.
Yep.
4S, right, Joe?
4S and 3S.
I
Yeah.
run the
Or no, wait, I'm sorry. No, sh- Helios.
The Helios
Oh, yeah.
for us.
Yep, Helios for 850 4S and Helios 853S for my class 1.
this is what I run.
And those are big enough to last a little while, or
Oh yeah.
yeah, 2200 is a big battery though.
But it's
Yeah,
a
it's-
small battery.
2200 is a little bit big.
Yeah.
It's a-
850 on 4S, which is oh 30 gates.
And then I got these 1500 3S and a 1500 4S.
Yeah,
And
I
there's
run the
yeah.
1500.
This
I run
here's
the
an
1500 3S.
this is a extremely lightweight aircraft battery.
It's still
So-
heavier than the 1500.
Not by much. I mean, you stick this in a foam airplane flight 400 feet off the ground.
I do not believe.
That's I was looking at the 450s, but those are way too small. Huh?
You could do one run on a 450. You just
Yeah.
have to change it after 15 gates.
Yep.
But you'd last the whole run.
Yeah, the battery will only be good for about 20, 25 minutes tops.
I think they do like 5 minute runs. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Depends on how many gates they set.
Right. Yeah. It depends if you're doing a time run event or if you're doing an open run, very technical, like a driver's course where you're doing a lot of winching and stuff.
Hmm.
So that's where you kind of got to meet that in the middle. That's why I went with the 850s. Gives you a little bit more, but you're right there. Like, what is it? Three Brothers now has got those little,
Yeah,
this is
with
the
their,
850s now.
no, they're 450s.
they're
Is
450s.
this the 450?
Yeah,
They're 450s, yes.
3S
So
and 4S.
that is minimal-esque. That would be more of a 10 gate, 5-minute run.
Yeah, with minimal winch setup.
Yeah, or zero winching. No accessories.
Right.
Yeah, our rules are picky. We don't winch. Your tires can't have any sops in them. They got a banned tire list.
That's everywhere, bud.
Yeah, but we don't even allow winches.
Just depends on the class or the event where you're at. Some do, some don't.
Now the comps that we were all going to before, it was just a non-scale, just class 2, no
Driver.
winching. It's all you need is steering and throttle.
The 1500 is 121 grams. The Ovonics 2200 is 135 grams. And this other off-brand 2200 is 135 grams. So 10 grams, 14 grams difference.
So what truck are you using? That Ecto?
Huh?
Kurt?
No, it's the Element Enduro. It's a kit.
Yeah. So the battery sits up in the front on that, right?
It does now. Yeah, because I changed it. It wasn't. I
was.
think it was in the back.
Yeah, they come factory in the back.
Yeah, I put it in the front. I took the receiver box out and I moved everything forward. The receiver box is gone now, just to lighten it all up, push everything forward.
Sarge.
Yeah, if you're going to get serious with it, take a look at Artful Dodgers got their LCG bracket for that Stealth X. It's really nice.
I think he said something about beach bot batteries. I have no clue what those are.
The true spec battery for sensitive electronics.
I was looking
And
at what's
it's-
a tattoo or whatever it's called. What are those? Like a Gen Z's, part of Gen Z's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are nice, but what I found is they're a little bit higher on the price per MAH.
I've used these 1500Zs, Kurt, for 2 years, and they still hold charge good. Haven't had any issues. The Ovonics, like Tony has, I've had almost the same amount of time, but I had one go bad. My fault totally. I left it plugged in a truck and it killed the cell,
There you go. Good
but
job.
it was my fault.
Yeah, because I have it on Wampy 1500, and it's actually it's big though. It's heavy. It's an old one.
This is the Z's, man, and they're cheap. The Helios, how much were those, Joe? You got it cheap at
Well, I got them cheap at Axial Fest last year. I bought all four for under $20 a piece. Because I
Oh.
bought all four of them together at Axial Fest on the last day.
I think you're muted, Tank.
How you doing,
I
Tank?
always forget to shut that off. Sorry.
At Peter Creek, I meant to go to Helios and buy some, but I completely forgot at the end. Because they were there and they had pretty good prices too.
Yes.
These weigh 82 grams.
Well, see if you can talk to Jake and see if Jake can bring some back that direction.
Jake from State Farm? What's
Yeah.
he wearing?
Yeah.
Khaki?
Yeah, because they'll be at the gauntlet.
Yes, they will.
Problem is Jake is still 8-hour drive from me. 4 hours there, 4 hours back.
No, yeah, no, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
At least it'll be in country, and I don't know, from him to you shipping
Mhm.
might not be that bad.
And it's still batteries you're not supposed to, but not by post anyways.
Just airline. You can't do it air.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can't go there? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
you can't be on
you-
plane, but they can go by truck.
They're ground.
Mhm.
So
Kurt, this battery on our Ciatic site is $25. 1500 3S 45C. $25 from Helios.
and the
Expensive.
That's cheap.
the
Expensive.
Helios
Are
Helios
you coming to the buddy comp?
854S weighs 95 grams with Velcro on it. And the 853S weighs 74 grams with Velcro on it.
That's an 850.
Yes, which is $20.
$20 battery.
Right. But I bought it on, I bought it from them directly, so I didn't have shipping and taxes. It was a cash deal.
Yeah. Well, I know if I drive to Livermore, I can get them for these batteries for cheap, but
Well,
I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
I'm not gonna drive all the way to Livermore to get them for that much cheaper though.
well, they'll be there at the gauntlet. So if you want to say I can get them to you and ship them to you, it'd probably be still cheaper than buying them off the website.
Yeah.
Just food for
Uh,
thought. But that's
those-
what 2 weekends?
Yeah.
The Ovonics like me and Josh have that are what'd you say, 135 gram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get two of them for $32 off Amazon. Have it in 2 days.
They do
And I
have
use them for
1500s here, Ovonic.
I use them for trailing too. Like they'll last 45 minutes an hour. The 2200. But if you're wanting to lighten up the top of that truck,
Yeah,
every
because
gram counts.
they just sit a little high, you know, the battery sits high on that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're trying to lighten it up and you're only doing 5-minute runs, I get a 450 or 850, man.
That's what I'm thinking.
Plus, Artful Dodgers. Get a look at that LCG. Boy,
What
that
now?
makes a hell of a
Yeah.
difference too.
What is that?
Artful Dodgers RC. It's a company in
Poland.
yes, Poland. So it takes a little bit for the shipping. But they
But they
make
also
a
just,
go ahead.
sorry, Joe, go ahead.
They
I was
make
saying
an
they,
One at a
First,
You'll get
time,
there, you'll get there.
they make a LCG transmission bracket for the Stealth XF. So what it does is it basically rotates the engine side or the transmission sideways so it's not sticking up so damn high and has the motor up way high.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's the
just
same
lowers,
company that just released the portal kit.
I was thinking
With
about
all of
putting
it.
my Fusion in there in that wood truck.
Which is also the same company that worked with Element that just released the new comp truck.
That's what I said, the portal kit comp truck.
So
Oh.
Enduro Sendero is what I got.
So this is
Your background's
your
throwing it all out.
backdrop.
It doesn't show anything.
It's still picking it up. See the orange
Howdy.
bracket?
Oh yeah,
Okay. And then see the four screws?
yeah.
That's actually the bottom of the normal.
You're totally gone.
Pick it up,
It's
damn
still
it. There we
picking it
go.
up.
There it is. So that bracket is actually the original feet to the transmission. So it basically turns it completely sideways, and then the motor will come clear onto the side. So it'll make it wide like a two-low.
Yeah, to roll it over, right? Okay.
Yep.
I'm on the site, but I don't see that. There's a Sendero. Oh, there it is right there. Damn, 45 ducks. Man, everything's so expensive in crawling.
Yes.
It's the best 45 bucks you'll ever spend.
Sold out. Oh, blue is. Sold out. Oh, black, which I don't give a fuck what color it is.
Now, they also, if you look at this new comp truck, there is a new bracket now for this new comp truck that is a front motor mount, which allows the motor to go clear in the front. So you might even want to take a look at that as well.
Oh, the new kit that came out.
Yep. You could probably go on Element's website and probably buy it directly. I wouldn't think it would be 20 bucks and you could have a front motor mount and have the motor clear in the front. But then that's going to probably interrupt where you got your battery at.
I can put that on a slider though, right?
Yeah. Sure could.
think Chunky left the chat.
Probably.
Never answered you back.
It's twice.
Happens all the time.
Do y'all watch Big Head's videos or Hello RC's videos?
I watched Big Head, so
Yeah,
Did you
sometimes.
see the Outrunner motor that he tested last week?
No.
No.
I ordered one of those.
which one was it?
The Secure.
I was watching somebody do that today. And the ESC and the Outrunner.
Yeah, and they're running a special the rest of this week, I think. You get the motor, the ESC, and the program card for $79.
Oof.
Yeah, I think I'll wait for reviews on that one.
I would
watched-
just get the Holmes Hobbies V3 kit for $89.
Yeah, I've got the Holmes Hobby and my comp rig and the Holmes Hobby ESC as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the ESC,
No, I,
$89.
I thought he said it was a 2-in-1, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, it's 140, 149 for the Holmes Hobbies Outrunner and ESC.
yeah,
Okay.
the secure Outrunner is $79 for everything.
Yeah.
Big Head pulled the Hobby Wing out of his Red Cat Fusion and put the Outrunner in it, and it done pretty good. And then Jason over at Hello RC put it in an Element, in an Ecto, and it crawled really good. I'm gonna throw it in a trail truck and see how it
Well,
does.
the Fusion is the SE
Yeah,
and the Red Cat. So you have a little bit of, I've noticed with the SE motors versus the Pro Fusions, you have a little bit of cogging almost style. I don't know if it's the FOC trying to match pace and it's not as smooth, but the Pro is smoother than the SE.
yeah.
But it's got a considerably different price.
Yeah, it's $60 difference.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's about 50, $60.
One of my Phoenix kits has the 1800 and the other one has the Pro.
Yeah. And it's, if you're comp crawling, yeah, you want that a little bit smoother, but for everyday runner, I'll do the 1800 and all my trail type trucks. It's
Yeah.
it's a great motor.
For $67, it's hard to beat.
Yeah, you can buy a whole servo for that,
The
or two
in,
Vanquish servo horns.
Three.
in my comp truck though, that I prefer that Holmes Hobby over a Fusion any day.
Yeah. Or if you tune a micro Mamba
Hmm.
correctly, they work really well too.
Yeah. That new black jacket with that's a pretty damn deadly combination.
The yellow jackets work pretty good, but you have to gear it just right. You have to run a really low pinion.
Yeah.
The black jacket definitely would be better being censored and be able to.
Yeah, it takes quite a bit more abuse.
Tank, any parking lot wars going on?
No, not until the end of the month.
John had a NASCAR race today. His phone
Oh,
is
yeah?
still trying to give him directions how to get there.
No, I was looking at something else. Another thing that's
Sure.
going on possibly tomorrow.
Sure you was.
Mhm.
What's up, Joe versus RC?
Welcome.
Wonder if you just bought- I wonder if you just bought that motor plate, if that would put you in the right spot.
You don't have to buy the skid.
No, but is the transmission the same? I don't think so.
The Stealth X.
Say
Yeah,
that one more time.
my transmission is not the same because it's the older version, right?
You
It's the
have
Stealth X.
You have the Stealth X.
Okay,
There's
don't
only-
fucking know.
No, you're right. So the only other transmission that they have made is the Stealth XF. And then that is only available in the U-Tron and the Sendero SE.
So if I
You-
bought the comp box motor mount, that should replace my motor mount on mine, right? And lower it down.
Yes.
And maybe this
This-
other piece too.
This is what the Stealth XF looks like. It is built into the
Yeah,
skid.
it's part of the skid.
So there's a
Oh, it's part of the skid. Okay, mine's not that.
yes, the lower part of the gears is in the skid. I tried to comp with this, make it work because it has lower CG,
Yeah.
but it hangs below the rails and it kills the overhang or
Speed issues,
kills your.
Joe.
Brake
Hmm?
hold.
Joe said he's having
Oh.
speed issues, unless he's talking about my speed issues.
You know, you gotta secure that, GSS.
GNSS. I know.
I was gonna write something on there, but I'm like, I'm not involved in this, so I'm staying out of it. Can you see this yet?
Tamaya's
No, you can't see this yet.
Nope.
Just trying to load.
Tamaya's beat the laws of physics.
Yeah,
Things will increase speed once they leave its orbit.
I was gonna be like, if you want to get technical and get into, speed run rules, crashing and not coming back does not count either. So all you
Yeah.
guys that are crashing and not bringing your car back,
Yes, so you would need,
this piece here
yep,
and that piece here,
yep,
right?
yep, yep, because if you look at the next page down, gate 4, see how it goes together? It cradles that whole gear. It
Oh
allows,
yeah.
it basically creates an FMM front motor mount for that Stealth X.
So I need these little pieces here too, then, whatever these are. I wonder if that comes with that. These
Well,
little
spacers.
the spacers. See how
So
the spacers are?
yeah. So what you need to do is you need to back up one page and then go to the parts and see how that comes as the parts.
Well, that's yeah. Here's the part number right here for this one. Okay.
Let's see if there's a whole bag.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
might be just a complete set.
Yeah, they make so maybe that is a complete set.
All right.
Yeah, just go back to your last tab.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out where it is.
What kind of issues you having, Joe? I don't mind sharing my setup if it helps.
Open up another window so it's easier.
So that's what's really nice about Element is all that stuff is interchangeable with even like you could take yours if you wanted to put this new XF in it, all you gotta do is buy the kit, pull your skid out and you can put this in it, done. Or if you wanted to buy the new IFS2 and put in it, all the bolts line up, you could make it an IFS2 truck.
If you want portals, you just pull your end caps off and slide on the other portals.
No, you could change the whole housings there, bud.
No,
Yeah,
it's the C hubs. You pull the C hubs off.
but you
You
can't
have
do
to
the
use two
well,
fronts.
okay, to the fronts, but you couldn't do
You
the
have to
rear
use
like
two
that.
fronts.
The
You
rear
have
is
to
a
use two
solid
fronts.
mount. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I misinterpreted what you were saying.
It's not showing that part at all. Let's go to Element.
Let me grab my iPad, Kurt, see if I can
Or,
find it.
oh, let's see if we can do it here. Paste. You know, you got to be in the right.
Do you have the
path.
front locked? Do you have the front locked and not the back, Joe? And is it at speed or is it braking?
We'll
Oh,
wait
no, all the
in front.
and spacers have a different number too.
What'd you say, Mitch?
You can tell.
Both are locked.
What is he talking about? What?
His diffs. He locked both diffs.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine,
Yeah.
but it's the weight bias.
Yes.
You're just
Kurt?
catching more traction.
Kurt, they may not have this released yet because it's
Yeah.
so new.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let me see, Element. Let's go. Vehicles. They have it here, like you can.
So I ordered this from A-Main.
You can't order it yet.
$32 from Amain each, so I ordered 2 of them. So cost me $68 US, and if I convert it, it comes up to 93 Canadian. I just got a paper from the post office, and now I have to pay duties for it,
Oh shit.
which is another $34. So that comes
Duty.
up with a grand total of $127 for the 2 pieces.
He said duty.
That's crazy.
That is usually $32.95 each. I ended up paying, well, the 2 pieces are $64, whatever, but I ended up paying $127 because of duties. Fuck. Next time I'm gonna have to ship it to a friend in the States, and then that friend's gonna ship it to me.
That'd be
What's
cheaper,
saying-
yeah.
What's saying duty?
You don't have any friends in the States.
I might have 1 or 2.
You know, that's worse than
Joe.
buying Vanquish horns.
Joe,
Yes, it
how
is.
come? Joe, how come nobody's got? Why ain't you on the panel?
That would definitely bring that weight down though.
I don't have Joe's email.
Joe
He
who?
Yeah.
he can come in.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering
Yeah.
if he's got it on his page.
What do you mean his page?
His
Go to
YouTube.
his about.
Here.
Go to his YouTube and go to his about section.
No,
There
he's
you
just gonna
go.
post it
Join-
right here.
Oh,
Join in, Joe. I'll leave that up for a minute if you want to join in.
I'm already here.
No, the better Joe.
yeah. Even when you click on parts and accessories on
You
that
don't
truck,
even-
it doesn't show any of the parts.
You don't even
Yeah.
get shout outs from Tony, Joe.
I watched Nobody movie yesterday, so I'm kind of feeling right for that. So it's all good.
Yours is coming, Joe. Yours is coming with Dennis's. But Dennis has got to be special.
Yeah, Kurt, I'm thinking they haven't released anything yet because
Yeah.
it's not generally when you click on parts for that specific unit, it puts it in the first section of stuff is for that, and then it
Yeah.
starts going into the other stuff,
Yeah.
and there's
They
nothing.
probably don't
It's-
have any parts
Yeah, I
yet. Thunder
copied and
Tiger hasn't
pasted.
sent them.
Yeah, I copied and pasted all those numbers and they don't pop up. So,
Yeah, I bet they're not released yet.
because I'm going to need that plate, the spacers, and the other plate, and then all the screws. But
At least that'll push that motor to the front, give you a little bit more front bias.
yeah, I think I have it in the front. It is in the front. It's just high.
Joe, I added, what did we count up, Mitch? How many weights? I added 1/4 pound to the front of my car to help keep it planted and keep it from coming around. But I don't lock my diffs. I left them open so the car won't grab road, grab funny. It sends power where it wants to go. My diffs are open. I've had better luck with that. Some people only tie the front, some people tie both. Mitch, did you locked yours, didn't you?
Yeah.
Mitch locked his. He had good luck with it. I've had good luck with not locking them.
I think if it's more of a personal preference and setup thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But for his to keep coming around, it's got to be a weight bias. Like stuff's moved to the back. Because like the GNSS on the front is no power, no weight. What were you saying, John?
Which vehicle, the guys, the one that you guys are running? Okay, yeah. All right.
But I got
Is
this.
it doing
what did we say?
is doing it after it's I haven't seen the video. It's doing it after it's been rolling for a little bit under power when he has more
He
power
said
to it.
right in the comments, he said at 3/4 throttle it comes around. Also, are you bringing timing into the car? What ESC are you running? if you're running a Spectrum, as we found with this car, it puts all the timing in at full throttle. There's no ramp. It says no timing, no timing, no timing. Here it comes. And this car was uncontrollable with the Spectrum ESC with timing in it. If you zero timing, you're fine. So if you're still there, Joe, could be timing related with your ESC. Which then it's just gonna shove all that speed in, and this car actually wheelied. It picked the front end up off the ground.
That's the same
That's why
for,
that's
They're using the Mamba X.
oh,
when I had the Spectrum it wheelied. With the Mamba X, he didn't have any issues today other than it drifted to the right and he got worried and grabbed the brake, and when it rolled, the lug nut, the wheel nut grabbed the ground and it snapped the axle off.
Ew.
And it knocked the motor loose. So it's his car's all back together, mine's together. I don't know how long it's going to stay together. Like I'm grabbing like that much teeth on that gear. Like I had to get out the calipers and measure exactly how far it was from the base where the motor mounts to the edge of the gear to grab the last teeth that were left without the pinion bottoming out against the other part of the gear.
yeah.
It's a
No
little
way.
noisy.
No way in hell am I buying that. That's like
What?
$92. $92 for that Artful Dodgers.
What?
When you put all the extras on it.
For
Or
no,
with the
$49
shipping.
$49 for shipping.
Well,
Oh,
shipping
yeah.
is getting you, yeah.
Yeah. I can make my own little bracket up.
Joe, it said you put tubing in the rear shocks. What are you doing? Trying to limit the travel?
Yeah.
Kurt,
I'll wait,
Felt like it was dipping on power,
I'll wait for those other pieces to come out.
like it was
Kurt,
Do you
squatting.
have timing in it? Or are you running it sensorless smart sense where it still puts 10 degrees of timing in?
Yeah.
Kurt, try IERC. I think they made one as well.
If you're putting timing in it, I'd spread out the timing, but otherwise, like Mitch said, put some weight on the front, man. Get those front tires to grab because it's probably only grabbing traction in the rear and it's starting to come around. The front's probably lifting. We're shoving bricks into the wind.
They
No,
make
like
a
I said,
song about that.
if it was immediately cutting to like the right or the left when you first hit it with power, then I'd say there's whatever way it's going to add a little bit of a spacer there to the shock. Make an adjustment there to that side.
On this car, we had to preload both rears and a little more in the right to make it scale out pretty level.
Yeah.
Because the motor's hanging off the left. And if you earplug locked it, that doesn't mean it's 100% locked. You can still be putting more power to one side or another.
Yeah, they do make one.
Is that the one you're talking about, Joe?
Yes.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. It's $20, half the price. $30.
Do you have
I
any
think-
tire rubbings on the inside
think-
of your body?
I think that one's steel though, Kurt, so it might be a little heavier.
Oh, okay.
But it's another option. It's still, you're getting
Yeah.
that weight lower to the
Perfect.
chassis.
Black texture, powder coated. Let's see what it says.
Dennis
There's,
is staring at his phone, Jericho. He will be there tomorrow. That doesn't mean you're going to get Dennis, but
I found a printables. There's a 3D printed version of it that I know you got rid of your printer, so you're kind of
Aluminum
SOL there.
transmission mount. It's aluminum spacer.
No, there's
razor.
is aluminum. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. It's 0.06, 1.5 millimeter.
There you go.
That's the screw you're gonna need.
Is it plate? What am I gonna need?
Joe,
You're gonna need a 155 screw, 1.5 millimeter screw, just a long one, just to mount. It's only one that says you're gonna need for a spacer. Which I'm sure you got a bunch of screws there.
1.55. You will need a longer
Yep.
screw. Not. That's a 1.55 long or thickness.
The diameter. It's for the spacer that goes up for the mount. It only raises at 0.06. So once you turn it, it'll bring it up just a little bit.
Joe, we had an idea we were talking about last night. Get a tank. What's a good Tamiya buggy wing that has like a high side?
That website had a bunch of wings that they were
Yeah,
showing.
Team Blue Groove. But he's
Oh, yeah.
running the car that you have, Tank, that Mercedes.
Yeah.
So could you put a buggy wing with high sides on the roof and it would give you your stabilizer wings?
It might, yeah.
Because we were talking about that with my Golf, where it bricks out on the top to put a buggy wing on it, so it has the high sides like you would on a speedrun car, like the Armas and Mitchell's cars and stuff.
Yeah, but would that modify the rules or cheat on the rules?
No, it's a Tamiya wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Tamiya production wing.
I asked, what can you do with a wing? And he said, as long as it's not 3D printed or engineered.
Yeah.
So, and there's other people running speed drag race wings on the back of their car. I think a Tamiya buggy wing, though, would fit every aspect of the rule. I mean, you could duct tape it to the roof.
Yeah.
And then you would have those high side wings to help prevent that body from pushing wind. It would have the
Gives you a little bit of stability.
right.
Until you get a side wind.
Don't worry about that.
Well, it's still Tamiya, so I mean,
He said
limited.
any production style wing. So the B7 wing would probably work. He didn't say it had to be Tamiya either. He said any production style.
Yeah, 10 or 12 scale wing should work.
Heck, might as well give it wings.
Right across the street.
Loop the bearings with some Red
Bring a
Bull.
bunch of tables and chairs on.
It's funny.
No,
Kurt
earlier.
killed his camera, but not his mic.
Yeah, it's only $40 for this one. It's not bad.
But yeah, that was an idea we had about if it started coming around.
Kurt, I only recommended the Artful Dodger because that's the only one that I've used. I actually haven't used the other one.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Uh,
I
how
heard about them. They got good stuff, man. That's just shipping, man. What a fucking murder that was.
Yeah, because it's
ERC's got some good stuff too.
You get the Reefs transmission.
There you go. 100 and whatever dollars.
I just because
I
you
thought
can't
they-
put. Can you put
I thought they were
like
99.
overdrive gears in the axles of a Element?
Yes.
You can?
I thought there was a underdrive for the rear now, Joe. There's not.
Not that I've seen.
No, I didn't think there was. That's why it's all in the transmission, right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
why they
First, you
won't ever
realize your camera's off.
Oh yeah.
they won't ever do the gears in the dip, I don't think, because of the Stealth X.
You'd think somebody else would have come up with it though.
Or you can order a body off Team Blue Groove. The Tamiya repops, he said those were legal. That body that Mitchie's running's on there for, what did we look at it last night? It's $72 shipped here for 2 of them. And if I would have ordered it with the Labor Day sale that Tank found,
Mhm.
it would have been less than that.
I tell you, We Are the Millers is like the greatest movie ever.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude just got bitten in the nuts by the spider.
Oh yeah, that's freaking hilarious.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Don't look
what
at
is
it.
it?
I know.
What is it?
Why are you looking?
I know.
You gotta suck the venom out.
Mhm. No, you're sucking the venom out.
To open the windows up
Yep.
and the neighbors across the street are having a party. And Mexican music going off.
Is there a mariachi band?
It's a mariachi band, yeah.
Yes.
It is. It sure is.
Fucking trumpets for days.
Yeah. It's so hot. We finally opened up the house.
Have they done the chicken dance yet?
I don't know. We should just open up the windows. You can hear them now, Crystal. I can hear them with my headphones on. So it's got to be loud out there.
Oh.
So if we see Kurt starting dancing, we know why.
You hear gunfire, you know why.
Yeah, I have the
I
quietest
thought
neighbors
guns were
ever.
illegal in California.
What?
What were you saying, Tony?
I said I have the quietest neighbors ever.
Yeah, because you probably live eight miles away from your neighbor.
No, I live in the town, in the city.
Oh, you live in the city?
I've got a 55-gallon drum in the backyard I use for target practice.
That's why your neighbors are quiet.
Exactly.
Because he's the crazy neighbor.
Yeah.
You don't mess with the crazy neighbor.
They go somewhere else to shoot fireworks every year.
Joe
Hang my-
Circuit.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just reading the chat.
I hang my Navy sign out on the front porch just before the 4th of July. Never hear a thing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to order that. Maybe a battery. I was going to maybe try to get some tires, but I think I'll hold off.
Get some tusks.
Get the tusks.
That's what I have sitting in there. I think that's what I asked the guys, and they're like, "Yeah, tusks in there." Sitting one other one too, and I forgot.
Megalithics.
No, it wasn't.
Punks.
No,
Hyrax.
no.
Landmines.
That's
No.
pretty slick.
Scorpios.
No.
Trenchers.
Crawlers.
Crawlers, maybe.
Yeah, probably the BFG crawler.
That's pretty cool. 12 screws and the whole guts comes out of the H10.
Did you see
I
them?
like that.
No, I didn't see them.
Oh, I was gonna say these are BFG crawlers.
I didn't see though. Those might be them, yeah, because one guy had those on his truck too. And he said he liked those for
They
the
do
rocks
pretty
that
good.
we do out here. A lot of granite rocks out here.
What's funny? Don't you have some canyon trails sitting around?
Yes, I do. Side
Canyon
plans or
trails
cut
are
up ones,
very,
but
very similar to crawlers.
Oh, okay. All right. I might throw those on there.
All right,
then.
Jeff.
And they work really well.
I might throw those on there then.
Before Tusks and all this stuff came out, a lot of people still use the Canyon.
Yeah, I have a set of nice rims too.
The other tire that works good is the original Swamper that came on the Gen 8.
That tire works good. Old school Ripsaws work good.
Yep. I got a set of them.
Rip saws.
Actually,
was-
The axial Ripsaws.
There's something else too that they said. There was a third one. He said I forgot what it was, but
If they're not considered illegal, depending on your thing, ruptures work really well.
I have ruptures. But yeah, they were saying something about the ones that are too big or something like that.
Yeah.
landmines. Or no, I'm sorry, flat irons. The Proline flat irons. Those work really well.
Can you still get those?
You can find them.
I've got 2 sets of them, the XLs. Got one set stretched on some 2.2s and the other ones are just on 1.9s. The set that's on the 1.9s gets the snot beat out of them.
Like a Doji money.
Yeah.
I run Tusk and Megalithics, except on small tire day, and then I run trenchers.
I
I
think
think
I
I
want
have
wider
small tire
hubs on
Tusks.
there though too.
Don't go too wide if you're running gates.
Well, I had
It's true.
I already had on those 10 millimeters, so I think that's what it is.
Are they aluminum or brass?
They're aluminum.
The Endura.
I don't have any brass down low. That's my issue too. I don't have any brass down low on
The
this truck
Endura
yet.
hubs are SLW style. They come with screws and they're very cheap. And you can get them in brass.
Endura.
Mhm.
Hope you're writing all this down, Kurt.
It's
I'll
gonna
just ask
be in
us again.
his
I'm
search
putting it
bar.
right in the computer right away and clicking on it and putting it in my little cart.
He's,
Yeah. On
he's gonna have
Amazon,
to
there's an
rewind the
Endura hub.
video.
All right, here's stuff. Those are small though. Let's see what they probably have different sizes in here. Huh?
Just save everything that you looked at, Kurt, as your favorites.
I just throw them in. I throw them in the cart. My wife gets mad. What's all this shit doing in the cart?
But I mean, I won't be honest with you. Like my cousin runs one in a comp, but I mean, he's not like as big as the comp as what Josh and Dennis and I are.
Uh-huh.
He just put SSD brass knuckles on them, and it's pretty balanced, pretty strong truck.
Cool.
Misty's one with the builder's kit. And it doesn't have an ounce of brass on it.
That's, I mean, it actually does pretty good, but like I had a big 2200 battery in there, so it was top heavy. That
Mhm.
belt. So how do they stay on there though? Oh, okay. It does have a big nut at the, that's a big nut, huh? Okay. Just like what I have now. Yeah.
Big nuts.
$9 for those for 10 millimeters.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would help a little bit down low. Plus I got the steel rings. So they're really heavy rings in the tires
Yeah.
right now.
Yep. And if you want, you can stagger it. You can put a 12 in the front and a 10 in the rear. So your front's wider, so you have a little more stability to get through, but the back's narrower to make it easier to get through
Come
on the
through.
back side of the gate.
So I thought it did pretty good with the 10 that I have on there, but they're just like you said, they're aluminum.
Because these are 15s and 12s.
Josh, do you ever get the lights working on that Cross RC?
They all work at once.
Okay, well, they work.
So I pulled the power wire out of channel 1 on the pin. I depinned it, hoping it would just read signal and start working, but it didn't. But it's not sending any power back into the receiver. So they all light up, and I found two other people in the forums saying that they had the same thing. When they plug the lights in, their receiver starts flashing, or their ESC starts flashing, because basically you've lost signal because it's trying to send signal 2 ways.
Hmm.
And that's exactly what happens. If you plug the power wire in for channel 1, it sends it back out. And they said they emailed Cross sent them a new light controller, and boom, it worked and everything was fine.
Not like they had a bad rash of them.
Yeah. And I don't even know if Cross's website's back up. I emailed Kirby, who's supposed to be the new US Cross guy, and I haven't heard anything back.
No recurrence.
Well, the weirdest thing is though, even the one in Europe is not working. That's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Hang in there, buddy.
my wife went and did a crazy thing this week. I'm not too happy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, she went off and paid the last payment on the mortgage. So now I'm mortgage free. I don't owe any more money for the house.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Lucky
Who
you.
invited this guy? Not fair. I have like 95 more years left.
95.
I paid mine off 4 months ago, so
I have a while, a long while.
apparently
Yeah.
2024 is the year to pay them off, I guess, right?
Yeah.
You can start paying on mine if you feel like you want to
Right.
do that.
No, I traded mine for a car payment, so
I'll share.
I'm at tank.
no.
And yours is even going to be more expensive. It's going to be in the US. And on top of that, I'll have to pay brokerage fees.
You had what?
Brokerage fees
For what? Yeah, I'm
for
confused
the
by that.
payment. For the payment.
Just because like they
Yeah.
Freaking
Because I'm
Canada,
spending
man.
US money. Government likes to get money.
so they penalize you basically for paying it off, so they're not going to get their interest from you.
Yes.
California, we're never finished paying it off. All the property taxes and all that bullshit still.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll still have property taxes, and that's not
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't go
and then
away.
school taxes and
That's what I explained to my son. Because no matter if you pay your all the house, as soon as you stop paying your taxes, you lose your house.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, even though you own it.
Yeah, well, they like that better, so that way they're getting all the money at that point, and they don't have to share it with the bank.
Everything we have's paid for.
Even the 55-gallon drum out back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now
Rednecks.
maybe I can put the mortgage money towards RC parts and RC cars.
Do you think that's how it's going to work?
Wishful thinking, you know.
Exactly, because that ain't what I get to do.
I'm sure she's already got 2 or 3 renovations already happening right now as we speak.
Oh yeah, she's talking about the bathroom already.
Yep.
You get the
You're
deck
in.
done?
And talking about getting the driveway paved.
Yep. You're online in the chat, and she's right now on the laptop looking at stuff, making estimates.
Wonder if those would fit. They would.
Josh, was you asking me if I got the bathroom done?
I asked if Tank got his deck
Oh.
done.
Oh, deck.
No,
deck.
no, I'm finishing it off tomorrow. We're supposed to
Yeah.
work on it today, but it rained all day.
Yeah, it
Well,
rained today too.
It stopped raining.
Last
It was
night.
like 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's like the sun came out. And I looked outside and I go, no fucking way I'm gonna go outside right now at this time and start working. Not at 5 o'clock. No, I
Right.
just over.
What's up, Raymond?
I
Dennis,
definitely was not mad at the rain we
forget-
got though.
don't forget the
Sorry.
bearing tomorrow.
I already put it in my bag.
You guys going to a comp tomorrow?
Yes,
Sure
sir.
is.
Buddy comp,
A buddy comp. Cool.
where they hook the rope between the front or the rear. And two of
Oh,
you gotta
yeah,
make a
yeah,
course.
Yep,
Random
Jericho's already
pairings.
hoping. Jericho's already hoping that he gets me as a draw.
Is there a magnet holding the rope or is it tied off at both ends?
Oh no,
There's
you're
a
tied
hook
together.
It's
tied
got a
together.
Got a clip? Okay.
Clip it bumper to bumper.
And it's only a foot long. So really no room for error.
I guess.
So Joe, is your optic gonna turn into an H-Tech optic like Scale Rats?
No.
So what happened when the rope comes off? You lose points, then you put it back on, or what?
It's a touch.
It's a touch.
If it comes untied, like nothing you did, that's not your fault. But if you pull it off or break something off, it's a touch for a repair.
right.
Okay.
Or if it hits the gate, it counts as a gate.
Yes, like a winch line.
No, but I was Dennis looking at Night Customs panels.
Yeah.
I like them.
Like I say,
Oh,
yeah,
Raymond
don't get the H-Tech ones because they're all machined aluminum, and you
No,
won't
I-
run it with those.
No, I know. I know what the H-Tech ones are, but no, that's I'm not in that tax bracket for that. Those are nice, but nope, we're not going that fancy. But I do like Night Customs 3D printed panels. What is it? The Predator panels, I think they call them, or something like that.
Yeah.
I did like them.
Punisher.
Yes, Punisher.
Raymond got some. I think those are 10-2 portals for his Operation 11 Charlie build.
Nice. Hey, Josh,
Yes, sir.
how much of a pain in the ass was it getting that pinion gear off that Vanquish motor out of the F10, H10? Yours come right off.
Yeah. Is a 2mm grub.
Oh, I got the grub out of it.
The Loctite probably just bled through.
Oh, yeah, I'd say
My
it bled
trick-
through a lot.
My trick on those is side cuts underneath to where you're not like crimping on the shaft, but you grab it and you just press off.
I already did that and it started bending the can.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Give her the heat.
Yeah, that's grabbing the torch now.
I was gonna
Yeah, because
say, get a pinion puller and pull the pinion that way.
Well,
Without taking the motor out?
if I had one of those pinion pullers, we wouldn't be having this conversation now, would we?
I'm just saying, they're like $6. They're handy.
I don't have a pinion puller either. Because I had when I stripped the gear on
I
the
got fire.
to Maya today. I went to change the pinion and I snapped off the 1.5 in the grub screw.
Oh, nice.
I did that. I did that.
So that's a little worse to drill. But
Yeah.
Mitchell talked me through it like we were playing Operation. And I had
Oh, that's what.
an
Shit.
extractor and it would just catch every once in a while. And that grub screw started walking out. And finally it got to the point where I could grab it with flat cuts and get it out.
I have an assortment of torques that I use.
I have an extractor set, but when you break the tool off inside the screw hole, yeah,
Makes it a little harder to.
yeah.
Deal.
Those look
Let
good,
me
Raymond.
guess. Let me guess. It was one of these screw heads that was down inside of something.
It was the grub screw that was set in the pinion, and
Oh,
it was
shit.
Tony's. It was Tony's little kit. So I was like, tink. I'm like, oh no.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think the Price is Right music played in the background. Dun, 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 dun.
Got it though. Still can't.
Surprisingly,
I wasn't surprised. I didn't get it.
Tank, we found 3S's that fit in the MFO1X,
Oh, yeah?
but they are a tight fit, like for 5,000 milliamps.
Wow.
Like the soft case, you're just
There's
like,
no
I
way
need
you
the
can
Hawk
grind
2 of
stuff out.
you be
You're not-
modifying the chassis.
Oh, yeah. Forget.
Kurt's
I
going
for-
for the full mods.
I forget there's some picky ass motherfuckers in this one.
Well, and if you go and do that, then they'll change the rules tomorrow. So then you have to get
Yeah.
another chassis because
Right.
they change the rules tomorrow. So it's like,
Yeah, I was writing a big old long paragraph on Facebook and I stopped myself and deleted it. I'm like, no.
You scared?
Yeah, I don't want to get involved.
Me neither.
There's always
No,
a
it's It's
few that
frustra-
get,
yeah.
nitpicky, very nitpicky.
It's frustrating
only
that
the
they change
ones-
midway.
only the ones that are afraid of losing. They can't win with just going with the flow. And they got to make up every excuse to win themselves and say, "Hey, that's not fair."
I'm not trying to take it personal, but I run 86, 1 mile an hour off the guy that complained about the batteries. And the next week, the GNSS has to stay in the car because mine came out during that run. And I'm like,
I thought you seen that on there. People were voting.
I did not, I saw a poll for the batteries and parallel.
Yeah.
I never saw a poll for GNSS. But I've been slammed at work all week. We had 2 felony fleas to file. I had a fatal. I had a serious injury. Well, Siri thought I was talking to them. So I literally hadn't been on Facebook until my weekend, and I see the rules. Hey, it's got to stay in the car. And then I run 93 mile an hour and it falls 4, maybe 6 feet from the car.
And then he tells you to get 3 GPSs so you don't have to swipe them.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, why don't you send me $300 and I'll do that?
Is that how much those are?
They're
Yeah, I think they're
99 a
like,
piece.
yeah, I was gonna say, I think they're around $100.
Or you
No
buy
shit.
the bicycle one.
Wait,
That
You open
shouldn't
the
count,
car.
but it's all in fun, you know?
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
problem.
it
Supposed
would
to
be
be.
fun.
It's supposed to be
So-
fun, not break everybody's pocket.
here's where the car landed. ESC hanging out. There's a GNSS.
Well, it doesn't count.
Yep, doesn't count. But it was 93 mile an hour.
Did it
That's-
supposedly pick up speed on the ejection and only went that far?
That's what I said. Was it going to pick up speed as it gets slung from the car?
Yeah,
surprised you
may
haven't-
have.
Printed one of those little holders out for it with the
I
Velcro strip
have.
around it.
You mean this one?
Yeah, there you go.
What do you do? What do you do about a prop shaft that runs along the chassis?
They found out.
I don't know.
Bluetooth.
I don't know that. I don't know how that chassis is. So
The top of the chassis is almost as wide as this.
oh,
You use Velcro and you tie it on the two body posts.
Velcro's not holding to the crashes.
And I would agree with that. It would have to be totally suspended because it won't fit between the two body posts as wide as it is.
yeah, but you can't stand it up on its side and then Velcro
You could do it
around the
like
two
that.
body posts.
Me and Mitchell brainstormed a decision.
Or slide it, make one to slide onto the body post.
Yeah, someone designed that. I'm going to duct tape it to the windshield inside the car.
There you go.
It won't pull paint off. It won't
Evening,
pull
Eric.
paint off because it's the windshield.
Yeah.
And you can always
I
take
put
some
a-
glue off or a lighter fluid and take the rest of the glue residue off in the event that you ever needed to get it off.
Yep. So I'm just going to duct tape it to the windshield. Take 2 pieces of Gorilla Tape, whack. It's my easiest solution. Because I'd have to redesign this, put it between the body posts, Velcro it 800 times and hope it doesn't, it should stay. But it's like moving between 3 cars and doing all that.
Yep.
Just gonna duct tape it to the windshield. And Misty's car hasn't rolled other than once.
Yeah.
She hit a sewer lid. Like hit
I'm
the
sorry.
grates in the
I'm
sewer
trying not to
lid.
laugh.
That'll do it.
Oh no, it was funny. She was not having a good day. She got 45 though.
I got 2 China line batteries that are puffing up pretty good. I think it's time to get rid of them.
Yeah, I had to toss 3 batteries last week. Had 2 that were puffed up, and then the one I killed the cell in because I left it plugged in a car.
Yeah, they're always been a little puffy, but yeah, that's when I used it today. It puffed
That
up
doesn't
again.
count for the 400th episode tank. That's by far not the worst I've done.
Still a blooper.
It is a blooper.
Doesn't have to be the worst. It just has to be a good story.
Yes. I think I just saw Tony's brain up through his nose.
Whoa.
Brad view.
Ah, there they are again. Oh my Jesus.
Any bats in the attic?
Didn't see any.
Look like some NASCARs flying around in there.
Jericho, if you're done, when you get done eating or whatever you're doing, don't forget to go over your car and make sure all the wheels are tighter stuff.
That's
Well,
good to go.
Not that he would have left any loose, so you don't beat him, but you know.
Yeah, loosen your dad's up. Oh.
Yeah.
What's
Earth on the wheel nuts. Yeah. I better set this up here so it doesn't mess up mine.
up, Raymond?
Look, Kurt, I'm still printing.
You have fun.
So, Eric, when's the big day?
October 1st.
Nice, congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, got one, huh?
Yeah,
Cool.
congratulations.
Here's a
Yeah.
key.
Now the work begins.
Yeah, then all the
Don't remind me.
then all the fun stuff happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then for 4 months afterwards, you're still dealing with it.
Where's that at? What box is it? I need it.
Yeah,
How far from where you're at?
especially as much shit as you got.
Miles, maybe 3.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Pickup trucks, huh?
so we won't call that a move. We'll just call it a relocate.
Yeah.
Exactly. But we're getting rid of a lot of stuff. And I still got some of my mom's cooking stuff out here, so that's gonna be gone. Anybody live in Kentucky? Stay off of 75.
I don't know
You might get shot.
what to get first.
Well, what's going on over there now?
There's I don't know if it's still going on now, but there was a guy with an AR-15 with 2,000 rounds shooting at cars going down 75.
Damn.
Sweet.
I would say where's Tony, but he's here.
It's a little ride from Kentucky.
That ain't that far. My son's up in your neck of the woods.
Ohio?
Mm-hmm.
Where at?
Today
tell
he
him.
was in Cleveland.
Oh, was he driving truck?
No, he was at Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, sorry.
And then he went out to some battleship, USS Cod, or
Yeah, it's just around the corner from there. That's actually docked at the customs.
he's in Pittsburgh yesterday.
Want to finish your wheel nuts and stuff?
He his stepfather was transferred from South Dakota to Ohio, and he hauled a load of furniture
started for you.
up
Here.
yesterday. So he's just loafing around. He ain't never been anywhere much. I told him to pick me up some cheese curds and bring it back. Big bag.
Oh, they're not gonna be good by the time they get there.
The way he drives, they'll be all right. As long as he don't eat out of it.
So what you're saying is the way he drives will still be warm by the time they get home?
Yeah. I've got a tracking app on my phone. I can track him and he can track me. And he left here and was just outside of Cleveland in 5.5 hours.
That's about right.
So pulling a trailer.
So he's rolling about 80, 85 mile an hour.
his average speed was 83. I told him to go to Worcester and get me some cheese curds.
Go
They
where?
don't cut Worcester.
Rooster.
Worcester.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, he's got to stop over off of 250 Grandpa's Cheese Farm or Cheese Factory.
Not to be confused with Grandpa Gus's mouse repellent, sponsored by Dennis.
Grandpa's Cheese Barn, they got it all.
I used to have a picture of him. Good picture.
That's one. And it should have been first.
I saw your boys win today, there, Tony.
Do what?
I saw your Gamecocks win today.
They won?
I think so. I thought they did.
My radio second charger.
I was watching Tennessee, NC State, but it's a blowout now. It's not even a game anymore.
It wasn't a game when it started. It was NC State. You know, I'm originally from North Carolina, and they have never had a team. Well, I take that back. Duke did show up, what, a year or two ago for a little while.
Michigan lost today. Notre Dame lost today.
My curse continues. Anytime I watch a Notre Dame game, they lose. And I was flipping through and it was on. I'm like, oh, look at that. They scored. And then they lost.
They lose to Illinois.
Uh,
Hey, Dwayne, if you're still in
Where's
chat,
the
how's
numbers?
that Sea of Green going?
Yeah. Eric, we did win 31-6. Beat Kentucky. That's why somebody's
Yeah,
shooting
that's
off a
right,
bridge
that's
with
right. Kentucky.
he's probably targeting South Carolina tagged cars. Can't believe the Gamecocks came to town and beat them.
Yeah, it's time to go home. It's, what is that, 50? Yeah, 50 to 10. It's time to go home.
You know, next week we won't be so lucky. We meet LSU.
Ooh. Ooh, I'm sorry.
I don't think so. We got the 4 1500s and a 22.
I'll be right back.
Signing. Are we waking up tomorrow?
We got Kent State.
Holy shit, Dwayne.
9.
But then we play
Until
Oklahoma
11.
after that.
We might show up a little early and stuff.
We got LSU and then Akron. I didn't know Akron had a football team.
Yep.
The Zips.
Zips it.
Dwayne's on 11 loads of laundry so far today.
Oh, jeez.
How do you have that many dirty clothes?
Must have kids.
He's doing all of his military stuff.
Ah,
He's gonna be turning that in shortly.
we didn't wash our shit. We just turned that shit in. We didn't care. They washed it anyway. If it needed to be washed or if it could be washed.
Well, he's turning that in because he won't be in green anymore. He'll be doing the civilian thing.
Now that we're moving, I get the okay to get a new printer.
I found 2 for $8.50 for 16/28 each. That's not bad.
Is that on Amazon?
Yeah. I think it's free shipping. Yeah, free shipping.
Should Dwayne just spray it with a little bit of Febreze and tell him it was washed?
Right.
Yeah.
I do have a Z for 26.
99.
What print are you thinking about, Eric?
Oh, it's for my drift car set, ESC plate and holder.
No. What printer are you thinking about getting?
Printer. There's a few. Igloo has one. There's always the bamboo. And I think there's Creale has another one. I just want one that has
No, these have the right connectors on them.
at least
Guys run XT60s, 30s,
60s.
60s, right?
60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$16.28.
Oh no, Dwayne, just spray it with it, fold them up.
they'll last forever. Breeze, yeah, you'll be all right.
Just get them ready to pack up. That's all.
That's it.
Don't put them in the washer after you spray it with the shit. Can't smell it.
Get that clean linen scent. They'll never know the difference.
Yeah, they just gonna punish some recruit, make them watch them again anyway.
I mean, 34 years of, washing all that green, probably not very green anymore.
If I was gonna do that, I would take that to a laundromat.
Go get permission from the boss lady.
Uh-oh. We're gonna see if the bank will let you spend some money.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I want tires bad, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the tires I have for now.
Let's see, if you didn't buy all the upgrades for that 18, you could have bought tires and.
That's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna sell a couple of my cars. I'm gonna get rid of my Mojave and my fire team.
Yeah, I think I might try and get rid of my Rift at Colton's.
I don't
The
bash
fire
no
team,
more like I
Kurt?
used to. Yeah.
Let me know what you're doing that. Maybe we can work on something with the straight axle Capra part of it.
How much you want for the fire team?
Don't be trying to snipe.
I hear somebody poaching.
So one of you guys, I'd probably what 350 or something like that.
Sniper, no sniping.
Right.
All right, well, Josh, what do you want? The fire team or the other one, Mojave?
I want the fire team.
Alright, well, I'll take, what do you want for the Mojave?
Mojave's a little more. It's got a nice motor and ESC in it.
No, I got
Um,
this motor off of some guy, I mean, it's like, you know, okay,
if I take the motor and ESC out, I don't know how you want it.
what's the motor in ESC? You
Um,
always need them.
it's got a Max 6, the 1650 in it. I think it's not the size you have in your car though. It's the smaller one. It's the older
Well,
version.
You keep that and let me know how much you want for it when you're done
I
thinking
put a
about it.
stock system in it if you want. I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but
Stocks is gonna be cool. If you got it.
I'm gonna take that one out of my infraction, put the Max 6 in the infraction.
There you go. Let me know how much you want.
All right. Let me think about it.
I've always wanted a Mojave. It's
Have
the
you?
full size. It's the full size
Oh yeah,
one,
it's
right?
the
Not brown,
6S,
right?
6S full size. Yeah, it's got the EXP version. Yeah, it's the nice.
Yeah.
It's the real boy
It's the
version.
one everybody wants. Yeah, that's why I figure I wouldn't have any issues selling it.
You let me know how much you want for it. Whenever you're done, whenever you think about it. Whenever you decide.
Yeah, and the fire team's got the big the 8S motor in it.
But wait a minute. How many curves does it hit?
None.
Which one?
To tell you the truth, Mitchell, I think I've only driven it like 3 times, 4 times,
I was just kidding.
and it was out in the dirt. So it's a couple
I was
rollovers,
kidding.
but no, I haven't
I
curved that
forgot
one.
you put that bigger motor in the fire team because you were out speed running it in that field, weren't you?
Yeah, it was with that 8S motor, the Spectrum 8S motor in it.
Yeah.
I'd like to have the Rift, but I ain't got no money.
Quit buying Vanquish
Hey, yo,
shit, man.
stop buying Vanquish parts. You have some money.
Quit buying Vanquish horns.
No, I just bought that Axial Pro comp truck.
Uh,
I have a lot more space. The house we're moving into is twice as big as this one. Soon this room shall be empty.
Oh. Well, I guess my time is up, fellas.
Have a good
I
night.
have I
All
have
right,
missed
Tony.
I have missed a phone call.
Uh-oh.
You know
Well,
how that is.
You're in trouble.
yeah.
Exactly.
Good God.
You got the mama said.
Exactly.
All right, Tony.
I will hook
Right
you up
about it.
next week, Dennis. Good night, y'all.
Have a good one, brother.
See
Yeah,
ya.
All righty.
Not a
See
big
you,
deal.
Eric.
Just busting your balls.
Oh, somebody's gonna send me a picture, and I'm gonna make one special for you just to pay you back.
All right. Take care, Tony.
All righty, I'll see y'all.
All right.
this is all just class 2 tomorrow, right, Joe?
Driver.
Driver.
I thought they said they were going to do something a little different with it.
Say, Dennis?
Oh, no, this comp that we're going to tomorrow. I
Oh,
thought that's
Last
gonna do something a little different with it.
last time it was 2.5.
It says bit of a surprise. It'll be basically one class. It'll be the class we call driver's class. Basically C2 base truck. Only rules are 475 or smaller. Chassis mounted front bumper, that's it. And I thought when they first posted this that the time was at like 9 and now it's at 11.
Yeah, it's 11. I think he backed the time up a little bit because he's having. We didn't have many people at the mini comp. Is besides us, Joe, what was there? Me, you, Chunky, Jericho.
I didn't make it to the last one.
Oh, that's right. Me, Chunky, Jericho. Um, Terrence, Andrew, Justin or Jeremy. I always forget his name. The skinny guy where his wife always comes and hangs out.
Oh, that kid.
Um, but it just wasn't many people.
Hey Tank, these look familiar?
Man, where'd you get those?
I don't know. They were all over by my tent. Didn't want to throw them away. I figured I'd bring them home. And I got a piece of canada.
Yeah, that's sad when your hometown.
I got a whole box full of those.
I think these are the ones that we used when we did the sled pull.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When Eric brought out his ringer.
Had to bring the
Here's
tank.
20 pounds of TRX4, guys. Let's see what it does.
Yeah.
You barely got the motor warm.
Well, but it definitely squatted your tires.
Yeah.
Are we all bringing short course trucks to the gauntlet?
I am bringing my Yeti score and my rally.
Joe, you bringing the.
Pro 4.
All right.
Okay, so doing two-wheel drive? Or is that four?
I
Yeah,
just
Pro 4, that's right. Never mind.
Pro 4.
I caught it. Yep, okay.
I gotta get my.
Well, I only have 2-wheel drive.
Axe head.
I mean, no, I can't pull a front drive shaft.
Let's see
That's
here.
all right.
We go. We going 3 or we going 4?
What? What are you
I
talking
can
about?
only do
Yes.
3.
You're talking
Yes.
3-inch 4S?
Oh,
Yeah.
threes. I mean, I have 4S, but they're only 1500, so I'll probably be lucky to do 2 laps.
Your ESC won't take for us.
How do you know what ESC is still in it?
Uh-huh.
You're going crazy, Joe.
What? No.
You probably put that Fury Tech in it, so we don't have to worry about you. It'll pop in 2 laps.
No.
Half a lap, you'll be done.
We will.
No, I
This
put
this will definitely be hitting the oval.
the Mamba. I had a Mamba 10 up in it. The new what is that new Mamba?
The Cobra?
Or yeah, the Cobra 10 or whatever the hell that thing's called. censored 3300 motor. Yeah, I bought a desert truck and it had it in there. There's too much of a delay that without it being censored.
I guess I'll have to put my 3300 in it.
No, I haven't did anything to it yet.
Yet is the word.
Yeah, oh yeah, without a doubt. It will be molested at some point.
Yeah, and that yet means you still got 2 weeks to do something.
No, it won't be. No. No. The H10 optic is getting some love, and the Phoenix is ready, and I'm not sure what else, but no, it's not. It'll be afterwards if I do anything, because I just bought 2 brand new 2-cell batteries, 2S batteries, so I want to get some runs in on them. No, I'm not going to get too crazy on that Pro 4. I just want to learn how to drive it first. I'm just starting to get to where I can do pretty decent laps down there at Darren, so. Kind of pointless of going through all that if you can't drive it normally.
Yep.
No, I got some tires for it and the batteries, so I'm cool with that.
Yeah, and Jericho's still bringing his SMT, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we did what was it, the Sidewinder for it,
Yeah.
and the 3800 in it.
Yeah,
See you, Raymond.
Take care.
That's what's normally in mine. It's not in it currently. It's sitting right here.
I don't know if we'll bring the Kingsling or not.
Still sore about that one.
No, I just don't know if we're gonna put that big of a truck somewhere.
I was just messing with you, but
I know you were.
yeah, that's what I was. You asked me about the SCX6, and I was kind of debating on that to begin with, and I just don't think there's just going to be a good place for it. So, other than the
I'll see if
purgatory, and
Tony's bringing his.
I really don't want to run it through purgatory.
Oh, come on, Joe. It's only taken 9 hours to get to the front of the line. That was so screwed up how they ran that last year.
I'll just fucking with you, Joe.
Yeah, they said that they was going to change it up this year, but well,
The
the
Gauntlet's on its
purgatory.
own trail.
Hmm.
The Gauntlet's on its own trail, so trail running, we shouldn't have to worry about people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember in the trails last year and the previous year before that, they're not gated for 6s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not really set for 6. So I mean, honestly, unless they specifically said 6s, which they haven't yet. And I was in the live with Tony and
Jim or Jeff.
yes,
Brown.
Jeff, and I asked there, and they really about the only thing they really pointed on was purgatory.
Yeah.
And they just beat the hell out of them in purgatory. So I mean, honestly, that's not really what I want to do with my SCX6. It's a trail truck. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I won't fit.
They got
Don't worry, it's all going on the box soon anyways, Eric.
Right, you're not gonna know where anything is in the next couple weeks anyhow.
Don't say that.
Hey Josh, when you put that 2300 in your H10, did you have to leave that lower screw out
On the
because of the
front,
noise? Mhm.
did you shave the upper link with your hobby knife on the skid?
Nope.
No, didn't see where
So
I didn't see where I needed to.
the passenger side upper link on the inside edge is probably touching the very back of the can on that motor, which pushes it down so you can't put the screw in.
No, I got it. I got everything together. It went right together, no problem, but it's a little bit noisy. Nothing's
Yeah, because
touching.
when you tighten up that bottom screw on it, I can't remember if I left mine out or not. I left one out on one of the trucks because I forgot to shave that upper link.
You told me that you did that on the Operation Charlie build
Yes, because I didn't
because
shave the upper link on the Spectrum.
so you left it out and said it made a god awful noise.
Yeah, because it pulled everything down. It's because I didn't shave that link, the inside plastic. You literally take the hobby knife and cut cut the top of the plastic like at a 45 where the link goes in.
Oh, the skid?
Yeah, on the skid where that link goes in. The lower, I think it's the lower link, the upper part of it. It's not the upper link, it's the lower link. The plastic backside of the bulkhead. You just shave that down a tiny bit.
It's like not even close to it though.
Under compression.
Mhm.
That's the one that usually hits.
I think it just might be the gear mesh where it was a little bit tight. I'll try redoing the gear mesh. Feels a skosh tight.
Yeah, just
So
enjoying the music.
so that little Lucy NASCAR is kind of fun.
It looks fun.
I've had it all over this already in 2 days.
The rocks in my driveway are too big for it. Like if you saw the cross truck, it looked like it was on Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, I got the same problem.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have a lot of those vehicles, just because I just don't, I have to go somewhere to run it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just it's like that. It was like, okay, it's the felony, and then I don't have anything smaller. I'm like,
We have the
Which
Grom.
wants to know what you're printing?
It's a case for a nozzle for the printer.
Sure, it's taking a while.
So
That's fast.
an hour. It's an hour to print this case for the nozzle.
Yeah.
Here's a project. So it's a bunch of cases. And you put your nozzles in it, and it's got the size to cover for it.
What did you get first? That lay down mount or tires?
Tires. Definitely tires.
Got to get the grip first.
Yep. Gotta make sure your grippers work.
Got some
We'll do that instead then.
video.
Oh, did you go down to that underbridge?
I was gonna say you posted something, didn't you, today? Or
I posted a couple different things.
Doing a slalom or race.
Looks like an old go-kart track.
There you go. You got your own parking lot wars.
Got that one. This one you can only guess where it is.
skate park?
Brad's house.
That looks like a rough skate park.
Perfect
Sorry.
for RCs, not too good for escape.
It does look fun though.
The color of the car is blending in with the graffiti.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and then oh come on, stop doing that. And of course,
You gotta hit the oval.
dirt oval with everybody else that was racing today.
It looks like it's hanging in there pretty good though, huh?
Oh, it's
Oh.
yeah. Like I said, it's
Well,
it's like okay, I'm out of shape. I'm out of shape. I'm gonna get out of your way.
They're run over by them big cars, huh?
Yeah.
Darren just signed up with a company that makes those dirt cars. It's like, man,
Oh, 1RC.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're nice little cars if you can get it to catch.
What do you mean catch like people wanting to do it? Catch?
Exactly. Exactly.
No, I'm just saying it would be pretty cool to have one just to have.
Yeah, but aren't those more for carpet?
I
We
don't think so.
we ran them indoor on the dirt oval.
Because most of the ones that I see are on a carpet track.
Yeah, normally.
Well, they racing at Magic.
Yeah, it's indoor carpet.
No, the track out back. There's a circle track out back.
Oh, they are running them out in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I thought they were only running indoor.
No.
They run them on carpet inside at that juice box, don't they? The one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I think it's dirt now. Because there was a post earlier in the year where they was hauling dirt in.
For juice box, that's bull ring. You're thinking of.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry. I'll back off.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. I was wrong. It was boring.
Dennis, you
Some-
going to the $1,000 comp?
Probably not.
I'm
And that's
debating.
only because I don't want to run this chassis anywhere around anyone that knows that shit.
Oh, they're
You can
gonna.
run the carbon as long as my body passes. I put the power wagon on and it should pass just for that comp.
Oh, did you see the post he put up today?
No.
Yeah.
It's gonna make
Eric,
a difference because Sorka changes rules fucking daily.
no. Eric
Nobody
will love this. Sorka posted, we're not going to address forward skid size, or anything this year. We're not going to deal with it. So then your boy says, this chassis is now Sorka approved. No, they just said they're not dealing with it. Because there's way too many variables now on how to figure out forward skid versus center skid versus skid width.
Yeah.
So they basically said we're not dealing with any of them. Leave everybody to whatever they want to do. So someone interpreted that like my chassis is approved. No, they're all approved. Your chassis just happened to be one that was in question.
Yeah. They all approve until they decide not to approve it.
Right. And it's called the living rules. I think Sorka is
Bunch of
seeing the
bullshit.
light that no one's running their rules anymore.
Downward spiral.
Sorry, as not a crawler person, I don't understand why anybody in their right mind would bother doing something like Sorka. It sounds like the biggest pain in the rear end to me. Like it doesn't even make sense why you even want to be bothered. And I wouldn't go out and buy a crawler and be like, oh, I want to go run Sorka. For what? A headache?
When they would adjust the rules every year and have it out in a timely manner, like this is the rules for the year. And it was usually minor changes addressing anything that happened over the season. It made sense. Like, here's the rules, here's how you score things, here's how it works. Then when they changed to the living rules to address anything within months, now you got people having a build, having it set up, doing things. They're like, oh, you can't do that now. Like, even though Dennis's buddy came up with that, if there was an issue, it should have been addressed over the winter. Like, hey, we see what you made. We appreciate it, but we don't like it because of this, or okay, we'll accept it for our stuff. But instead, they're like, ooh, we see like 3 companies now with a 1-inch skid plate. And that might be something we need to address. And people lost their minds.
Which I still feel he should have submitted that when it was in prototype.
He already knew the answer to the question, is why he didn't do it.
No,
Yeah.
his exact words to me when he did the prototype was, there's nothing in the rules that it can't be this narrow. There's nothing in the rules says it can't be this.
Right. So
I'm hitting that gray area.
as a businessman, I understand it. Like, hey, try this out. Just know it might not be illegal next year. But for this year, you're good. Well, Sorka, with their living rules, was like, oh, we don't like that. Then they saw everybody throw a fit and they're like, well, we're not going to address it. So I wouldn't say that that is now Sorka approved. It's now not Sorka illegal.
Or it's just not defined in the rules yet.
No skid rule changes. With much debate and conversations with vendors and the Sorka board members, we have voted to not make any rulings on skids. We will not be mandating location or minimum size requirements for the classes at this time.
This
At this time.
this
That doesn't mean this winter they're not going to change it.
He's got 3 months to figure it out. Because after January, it's going to be crash and burn. One way or the other.
Or they're more worried about people never running their rule sets again and not doing their events.
What events?
What's that?
What events have they hosted?
They haven't hosted it, but the East Coast Championships and Super Shafty always run Sorka rules. Those two have always ran it. That's what they run. And it took a week for the East Coast Championships to sell out. 2 years ago, it took 2 or 3 years ago? It took 5 minutes.
3 years ago was 5 minutes.
5 minutes to sell out the East Coast Championships.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it takes a whole week to sell out
Something's wrong.
compared to 5 minutes, like their website crashed 3 times. That's the only reason it took 5 minutes. It probably would have been 2. And they
Yeah.
sold every class out.
Uh-huh.
Last I heard East Coast Championships didn't sell out class 3. There was still, when the event happened, there was still open spots for class 3.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I wouldn't doubt it, because there's not many people that like to run the class 3 for that.
It used to be fairly
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah, when I was first starting to get into this, it was pretty popular.
And then no one's really running class 3 now. Like you said, Dennis, like it's died down.
Yeah, it's taken a downward spiral, and I got a feeling it's after this year, if they start imposing all these rules and don't do any more rule change throughout the season, they're going to lose a lot of drivers. They're not going to want to go to the Sorka events or
It's all going
anyone
to be
close
RCA.
to
It's
Sorka
gonna
rule.
it's all going to be RCSA. It's going to be basically the old circle rules everybody liked and built trucks for and understood.
Yep.
But
Because
when
you have,
go ahead.
I was going to say, you have all these builds where people who aren't team drivers don't have the latest and greatest stuff, and have builds that were made for old rules, and then they change all the rules and Ford skids are dominating everything and it's going crazy. It's like, do I drop money or do I just quit doing this?
Yeah, and half the board doesn't even comp. They're just
No.
scale trailers is all they are. Which, if you don't comp, then why are you on the board setting rules for a comp community?
I
Because
think
they
part of
know
that,
better. They're scale guys. Come on.
I think part of that is the people that do it didn't want to be involved. Kind of like, look at Tank with parking lot rule wars. He's got dudes that race like all the time and all that, but no one wants to go out and put in the time, do they, Tank? It's you.
Yep.
So you have that part of it, that these people stepped up and said, okay, there needs to be a governing body. So there's some kind of rules. People aren't bringing out, 2-2 race and running it. So I understand the need for a rule set.
Right. But when their rule set basically is that truck, class 1 and class 2,
Mm-hmm.
how are you supposed to sit there and keep up with all this stuff and then, keep your shit together?
All right. I found something. It's the absolute easiest way to tell what the classes are. Any dummy can follow this and figure this out.
But that's the RCSA rules. Like
The-
that's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
So the only problem with that now is my Vanquish VRD rig is a 2.5. Carbon fiber, brass, servo and axle, because it's how you do points.
Mhm.
Yeah, class
It
1
follows,
used to be C-channel chassis only. And
yeah.
now they're allowing
Or
flat rail.
you could allow flat rail if they were metal flat rails
Mhm.
with bolt on shock towers or weld on. But now my class 1 is got a hard body that's gutted. What's up, Max Paul? that's gutted with
Nice.
of carbon fiber rails, overdrive, 40% overdrive, portals. You know,
It's your class 2 just with smaller tires and a hard body now.
when I started running class 2, you almost had to have a hard body to reach anything.
Yeah.
It's evolved as everything does. But like we were talking, if we get the 011C comp scheduled, and should just be beginner and driver. If you've never
Yeah.
won and you got a truck, come out, have fun, you got a chance. For
Mhm.
someone that's been on a podium, be honest about it and run driver class.
Yep.
You know, there's no reason a beginner, if they're a true beginner, and I think Tank, don't you do like 2 classes or do you just do one?
It's just one class right now, but next year I might do something different because the beginners or people that are not used to race, they're getting scared. Like some of them don't even show up anymore because they can't compete. They said, no, they're making me look bad because they're almost lapping them. Like they said, I'm not going to go there.
Right,
So it defeats the purpose of my purpose of doing parking lot wars is for everybody to have fun.
right. And I think it's gotten away from that a little bit with these governing bodies. Like some people's fun is finding a way to push the rules a little bit. Nice. You know, John loves pushing rules. That doesn't mean he's not following them. He's just pushing the edge of what he can do.
Yeah.
That came
Hey.
out nice, Tank.
The little coffin. The problem is I printed the wrong door. It needed to be 0.2, but I'll print another. But 0.4 is on the printer.
What's up, Max Paul?
Oh, Max Paul, that's old rule set. That's what they used to go by. Now it's 50 plus page.
Sorka's over 50. RCSA is only 8.
Sorka's 53 pages.
53? Yeah.
There you go.
This is old school. This is what they used to say. This is what you have to meet.
A lot of people are going to those We Rock type competitions where they can build a cage buggy and
Mhm.
Mhm.
Well, I could see changing things up every once in a while, but
Well,
no,
yeah, but the
you
way,
have to change with the
but how they
times.
do it, they change it mid stride.
yeah.
You know, that's
I mean, maybe
Yeah.
if it's a legitimate complaint that's been coming up at numerous events, then maybe pay some attention to it. But
yeah.
not just all of a sudden just come up with a different rule set, and the season hasn't even started hard.
Yeah. I mean, Smitty knew he's pushing the rules, but he should have at least had a year leeway of getting it out there and see if it really is as great as they say.
Or as great as he thought it may be.
Right. Like, is it the fact that Chad's a good driver that he was up there? Or is it the fact that he had a 1-inch skid?
Now, don't get me wrong, he was onto something with the 12-degree angle for the breakovers and redoing the Outlaw Pro, moving it up and forward. But
Right.
it's way too long in between where the Outlaw Pro was already done. The Crawl V has been sitting for over a year with nothing done to it. and then working on one for the Ascent, and then turn around and works on one for the TRX. And now just decided to release the Crawl V.
No, Max, I see what you're saying. And that's why I said have a beginners type class. Like an RCSA class 2 has to be brushed and no brass. You can change tires, you can change servo. Oh, and I think it has to be 2S.
Yep.
So it's basically a beginner's class. Like you could take a TRX4 out there, throw your
Take it right
2S
out
in
of the
it.
box, right to the course.
Right.
Pretty
Your
much.
base camps, your enduros, whatever you want, and go run. There's no scale points. Like if you have heavier rims with steel rings in them, like Tony was talking to, or Kurt was talking, the steel rings in his rims, that would be a great class 2 truck. But not many people run class 2 because the people that show up week after week or comp after comp have 2.5. Tank added classes to his parking lot wars because people were showing up with Tamayas and wanted to race. And they couldn't run with the Kyosho, so he had to split them.
Or modified. So many people
Right.
modified their on-road cars with brushless system because they want to go fast. But
Mm-hmm.
too fast is not good for racing. Like slow wins a race. People don't realize that.
Yeah.
But
But
fast
you
is
had
fun.
but you had to add a class to fit the
Yes.
rules for these people.
Yep.
And it does, it grows. But the people that run these comps have to figure out who's going to show up. I don't care if it's parking lot wars, if it's a crawler comp, if it's John doing stuff with his place. Who's going to show up? You got to feed.
Or the buddy comp like we're doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next year I got to think about, okay, do I do a kids class or do I do a handicap? What do I do? But I don't want to complicate things too much because I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it
Right.
as simple as possible for people to have fun.
Like for you, a no faster than this lap time class would be nice, but then you got to spend money for a timing system and have everybody do, and
Yeah.
that's cost too much. It doesn't make sense. So you limit it by the car, what can be done to it. It should only be able to go this much.
Yeah, and that's why I keep it stock. Like I know the
Right.
Kyosho goes 25 miles an hour and the Tamiya goes 18 stock. So let's put those in their own class. And that's what we've been doing and it's been working out.
Right.
Like I said, and as far as it goes for us for racing, it's usually the chassis. It's usually what the chassis, what make it, or what style of chassis it is, the ESC motor, or there might be a tire.
Right. What's
Sometimes it
cost
might be.
effective
Sometimes it might be a mixture of all.
what's cost effective on setting the rules up to make it happen. Like, are you going to sit there like Kurt when you run your limitless classes? Is there a bunch of rules on motor and ESC, or is it lap times?
No, it's all lap times. You run anywhere from 4S to 6S and whatever motor and ESC you want.
But if you're faster than a certain lap time, do you have to step up a class?
No. We're all in the same class, whether you suck or not. You just get put in a different, you just get put in a different, your first race, you get in a different bracket, your A, B, C, you know,
You're right.
that's all. The slower guys get put in the slower groups. That's all. So it's more of a race.
Yeah, you get more in the you get to the bottom of the alphabet, and maybe if you you win one, you might make it to the mid of the pack of the next one.
Yeah, you get moved up, into each
Yeah.
race if you do good enough.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Max, like in that truck, the only thing that sucks is 2.2 mudslingers. No one really runs that big of a tire in crawling classes other than class 3. So, but if you kept a spare set of wheels, you'd fit in a beginner's type class.
Maybe what I should do is, because you got to lose twice, because you kind of go in the loser's bracket, and then you get the loser of that gets brought back to face off against the winner. Maybe I should do a race at the end with all the losers, all the guys that lost that were eliminated. They have not a chance to come back, but it's the winners of the losers, in other words.
Yeah, usually the losers bracket, the last race, whoever wins that loser race gets put back
Yep.
up into the
I know.
winners.
That's what I do.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
putting the A main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the rest of the people that lost, I should do another race just for the hell of it.
Yeah. Keep them interested, keep them around. Like,
Yeah, otherwise if they're just getting smoked all the time, yeah, why go back? I'm just losing all the time. That's how I felt, towards the end.
Yeah.
3D print you a trophy that says best of the worst.
Yeah, exactly. You're so far behind, you think you're in first.
Or just fastest loser.
First, your last.
When I was racing on-road nitro, what we would do is toward the end of the year, we would do just like a pit style race. That's how you start. Cars sitting there, bodies off, tires are off. As soon as they hit go, you have to go put the tires on, start it, put the body on, and get on the track. Start running laps. Do the same thing with the electrics. Bodies off, batteries out, tires off. You have to start in sequence. Tires, battery,
Kind of
body.
backwards hillbilly shit is that, Dennis?
No shit.
It makes it fun because now you're trying to go as fast as this guy that's got a drill taking his wheels on and off. Or this guy that just has a Deadman switch.
That's like going to them races and watching them put their shoes on and their helmet on, then get in the car and go.
Yeah, get dressed and get in your car.
Right.
Oh shit.
Like I seen a video of a comp where it was a team comp, but you had two guys, one truck.
Damn, that sounds like a
You
bad
had
Mark joke.
Yeah, no shit.
one guy
Good
holding
rules.
the radio, he was throttle, and the other guy was doing the steering.
Yeah.
Then you get to the end of the course, you switch. Now he's throttle, you're steering, and you're going backwards on the course.
Max, if you're talking about the SCX10 Pro where they did all that stuff for the
He doesn't make
portal
a super.
axles and they swapped their transmission in it. One, I see no advantage of going from the SCX10 Pro transmission to the Reese transmission.
Either way you look at it, it's still going to be a pain in the butt if you have to replace the spur gear.
Yeah. And I've built 4 SCX10 Pros now, I think.
Yeah.
And none of them have had a transmission issue. Like when you can go from 1-to-1 or 40-to-1 for your overdrive on a transmission that's built low into the frame and has a forward motor mount where you can put your motor forward.
Josh, I thought it was underdrive in the rear.
It's underdrive over, yeah, underdrive.
Yeah.
It underdrives the rear. You're correct. But when you're at 40%, and then you can literally move the pin or install the servo and click it with a button, and now you're 1-to-1 and go out and take it on a trail, That's something I wouldn't ever change. I like the pro portals, but they're wide. They're almost the same width as the Capra, just so you know. If you're gonna try and comp it, think of that and think of the offset of your wheels and stuff to do that. Like Capra axles were the thing, and now it's pretty much F10s are the thing because they turn really good and they're not as wide.
And they're strong.
And it's a strong, durable plastic, correct? There's a ton of steering out of those portals for the Reefs brass and the C hubs that they changed. I mean, ton of steering. But you still got a truck that's 10 inches wide trying to go through a 12-inch gate instead of 9.5 inches wide.
Bad bitch. Bad bitch.
Bad bitch.
It just looks like you're grabbing your titties because it keeps
Yeah.
blurring out with your background.
That's all right. I am grabbing mine. This thing's gonna be badass. I love it.
The optics are cool. I like mine a lot.
Yeah, well, I may have been naughty with mine.
I figured.
Keep
No
that.
I
one's
think I
surprised
came
by
up
that.
with an idea for a race at the end.
What's
Add a
your
battery.
idea, Tank?
After the winner of that round, whatever, take all the cars and put him on the lineup, except for the winner. Don't put the winner there, but have a knockout race. In other words, they do 3 laps, all the cars. Let's say there's 5 guys left, all 5 guys on there. They do 3 laps. The loser takes his car off. Keep going with the laps until the last man standing. That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
knockout races are fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun, a knockout race.
The hobby shop in Chillicothe that I was gonna have my Red Cat Lightning set up for. They do it like a vintage style race where you can only run 2S and they have Trans Am bodies.
Okay.
Like Mustangs, Trans Ams, Camaros, anything that ran the old Trans Am races.
Mm-hmm.
It was, you got points. They would have 2 people race at once. And you got points, and whoever had the most points at the end would go into the winner's final race.
Okay.
If your partner, though, didn't finish the race, you lost points. So you get like 3 for winning, 3 for winning if your partner wins or still finishes the race, 2 for winning your partner doesn't win, and 1 for finishing even if you lost. And so like it built camaraderie. Like you're telling the other driver, like, come on, man, keep up. Get that car going, get out of that slide out. So that was kind of neat that they did it that way. It encouraged everybody to want somebody to finish the race.
Yeah.
But no, I like the idea of the knockout race.
All right, guys, I gotta get out of here.
Later.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop the I'm gonna stop the live.
Let's have a good night. Peace
Bye,
out,
buddy.
chat.
See you later, Kurt.
Chat, thanks for stopping by. I'm not gonna do the long goodbye like Tank. He's good at that. That's why he's been doing it for 400 episodes next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
And tune in there with Tank. Kurt will be on tomorrow night, I believe. So thanks everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.